Can you feel it? Speed, adrenaline, power. Rolling with the thunder. It's time for Thunder Talk. Brought to you by Jailhouse Saloon. Now, here's your host, Dan Bailey.
Last Friday night at Mississippi Thunder Speedway was the 10th annual Baehman Law B-Mod Challenge, and a familiar name ended up in victory lane at the end of the night, taking home a clear $1,000 paycheck with a checkered flag to celebrate. And that individual joins us this week on Thunder Talk, Parker Hale. Parker is a two-time and defending track champion at Mississippi Thunder Speedway, and now we can add Baehman Law B-Mod Challenge champion to that list as well. Congratulations on Friday night's win.
Thank you, Dan. Ended up being a good night of racing. Track was very smooth and racy, and all around it was a good night.
You know, about two-thirds of the way through that feature, I thought, as I was announcing the program, that JT Wasman was going to pull out a win at the end of the night because his number 51 was looking very strong. But you had other thoughts in your mind. How long did it take you into that 30-lap feature before you had the vision in your mind that you could get up there, pass him, and take this win?
Starting out, I didn't know if I was going to be necessarily charging for the win, starting fifth. But just kind of started rolling in on the bottom, and the car was coming around, and I got up to I think fourth on lap 16, and he had a restart, and I seen Ryan Olsen go by me on the outside. Ended up beating him back up to the top, and just started rolling in on the top, and I could see JT and Taylor Skowge ahead of me, and they were both real good, but they were laying off the top, and I was just rolling up in the moisture, and the car just kind of came around. I just had to be patient. And I think around lap 22, I took the lead from him on the outside, but there was some late restarts that made things a little difficult. But I just had to hold my line and be smooth, and it turned out all right for us.
That's one of the things that fans of dirt track racing just love to see, and that's a driver who will search the track and hunt the track and try to find out what's working and what's not working. You said that about halfway through that feature, you saw Ryan Olsen go by on the outside, and you drastically changed your line from almost the bottom of the banking to almost the extreme top of the banking. When you got up there to the top, could you tell immediately that things are going to work for you, or did you need to give it a lap or two to figure out if that was really the correct decision for that point in the race?
I thought it had to be faster than the bottom. I mean, I spent the first 15 laps rolling around the bottom, and then you can keep up, but I don't necessarily think it was going to get you to the front. I was lucky enough to find it before anyone else did, other than Ryan. I think that's where it kind of paid off. I was patient, so I think patience was just the real key on last Friday night. When you got a fast car, I just going to tell myself to be patient. It pays off.
Where do these all stack up? Regular Friday night feature win as opposed to a special win, as opposed to a track champion. Can you put them in any sort of order, or do they all just kind of float to the top and sit there together?
Hey, man, a win's a win. Whether it's a weekly show or a special, it all takes hard work to get them. I think every time you pull into victory lane, I'm very grateful and lucky to be able to do that. Thankful every time I'm able to wheel the race car and have a good night like that.
You ended up in victory lane Friday night. A long list of thank yous from you, I'm sure.
I thank my mom, dad, Jim Owen, Kylie, my brother Jackson, all my sponsors, Malco Automotive, It's Outdoor Recreation, North Star Power Sports and Marine, Buckbuilt Race Engines, Action Engineering, Jack Link's Beef Jerky, Med City Collision, Les Stulman Racing, Bob Tim, Oak Ridge Fabrication, Joel Albert, A&E Electric. I gotta thank all my sponsors because they make all this possible. I couldn't do it without them.
Parker Hale, driver of the number 28 in the Black Horse Bar and Grill USRA B-Mod division at Mississippi Thunder Speedway. Congratulations on last Friday night's Baehman Law B-Mod Challenge $1,000 feature victory, and thanks a lot for joining us this week on Thunder Talk.
Right on. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it a lot.
Hey, don't forget, you can also follow all of my social media efforts on Twitter. My account is at Dan Bailey MTS. I try to keep the race fans up to date with live results, especially event winners. Again, follow my Twitter account. That's at Dan Bailey MTS, at Dan Bailey MTS.
That was Thunder Talk with Dan Bailey, brought to you by Jailhouse Saloon. Listen to Live Trackside every Friday on AM 1380 KG Country. And don't forget to vote for the Driver of the Week on the Mississippi Thunder Speedway's Facebook page. Thunder Talk with Dan Bailey.
Come on down to the Jailhouse Saloon. Yeah, come on down to the Jailhouse Saloon.
The Jailhouse Saloon is where everyone wants to do time. Come on in and nab up some of the best homemade pizza around. The Jailhouse has happy hour weekdays from 2 until 6, free pool on Mondays, and lunch every day at a great price.
The Jailhouse Saloon where everyone wants to do time.